4 years after becoming the winner of Pop Idol 2, our next guest is finally set to release her second album called Dancing to a Different Beat. After hitting the top spot with her debut single, she's gone on to work as a presenter and even received the Gillian McKeith treatment in her well-publicized battle with her weight. But before we hear all about her return, let's take a look at the song that launched her career.
Waited a lifetime for the day, a praying this moment here to say.
Please welcome Michelle McManus. Just watching, you know, that song, of course, and it had the bits from Pop Idol where the moment you won and everything. When you see that, what sort of memories come back, or what feeling do you get? Does it seem a long time ago?
It's just like the happiest time of my life, but it always makes me laugh because my dad's wearing that Rod Stewart wig and leopard print tights. So that's right. He has got 5 daughters and no males in his life, so yeah, that's how he dresses. But it was just, you know, like anyone, it's just the most amazing thing that could ever happen to you. So it was just, you know, I still love that song, so it makes me smile.
Tell us about your new album. You've done this yourself, is this right?
Yeah, well, I kind of thought, you know, I didn't have the greatest experience first time around my record company. I mean, I got dropped after 4 months, so that wasn't the best experience. I know, I'm like, oh, you're sorry for me.
They didn't give you much of a chance.
I just think, you know, like the album had done so well and the single had done so well. It was like, you know, it was up for an Ivor Novello and we'd made it in the Guinness Book of Records, but I just really don't think they had a clue what to do with me in terms of marketing. You know, I wasn't going to sell sexy calendars, or you weren't going to make an awful lot of merchandising from me. So I think when the second single ran at 14, it was just a get-out clause, and they just said, well, you know, don't call us, we'll call you, kind of thing.
So you got your own record company now, then?
I have. I just thought, you know, I'm 27, I've made some good business decisions in my life. I own a bit of property, and the book and the DVD did really well, so I thought, well, I can blow that money or I can put it into something I want to do.
How does that work, though? I mean, it must be hugely expensive setting up your own record company. I mean, you're going to sign other acts to it, or...?
Oh, no, love, I'm concentrating on myself. Talk about vanity. No, I'm really not about vanity.
Good for you.
But I mean, it is hugely expensive, but that's what I'm saying. You know, there's no point in me earning this money and doing things like books and DVDs and, you know, just to spend it going out on nothing. So I just, you know, I just made a decision, and I looked at my finances and I thought, well, I can do this and I can do this my way. And it's been the most lovely experience. I don't know if any record company's breathing down my throat. I haven't given myself a day off. I've been working really hard and doing all the promo work, but I don't have to worry, you know, whether this single goes in the top 10 or it goes in the top 100. I just wanted to release this single, and I wanted to just to show everyone that, you know, I didn't win Pop Idol just because I was overweight. You know, I enjoy music, I enjoy singing, and just, you can only do the best what you can do, can't you? You know, that's the thing.
It's called Dancing to a Different Beat.
Yeah.
So is that a story in itself?
A wee bit. I mean, it's a completely different avenue I've gone down with this one. It's very clubby, it's very a kind of 80s vibe to it, because I suppose when we went into the studio to write this album and the producers were like, okay, well, what's happened to you? You know, tell us all your sorrows and we'll write some, you know, heavy-duty love songs. And I thought, I don't have a man. I mean, I can't even get a man to buy me a kebab on the way home. Never mind. That's the most traumatic thing, and of course that is traumatic to me, but that's the most, so I was like, I don't know, I've never been in love, I've never been hurt, I've got a great family, and the producers were like, not seeing the pound signs here, and they were like, well, what do you want to write about? And I said, well, my mates, I enjoy going out on a Friday night clubbing and being single, and just a nice, happy album, and, you know, and that's what kind of what it's about. So it's very clubby, and it's very upbeat, and just something I think that I would listen to on a Friday night while I'm down in the old rosé before I go out.
So when you're out and about in the clubs, we were talking about vanity and mirrors and stuff. Are you a girl who checks herself out all the time when you're sort of out and about, or...?
I do, but what happens to me is I get so drunk that by 2 o'clock in the morning I look amazing, and I've lost about 2 stone when I look in the mirror. I'm like, bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going, my God, I'm damn fine looking.
They're brilliant, aren't they, beer goggles?
You know what I mean? And I'm looking at all these women doing their makeup, and I'm like, what? Like, I need to worry about that.
Do you look at yourself in the mirror? Because you must be quite pleased with the way you look now, because
Yeah,
you are much, much heavier. 10 stone heavier or something?
Yeah, I was over 23 stone. I think losing all the weight's been great, and I think even being in this industry, you become the product, so therefore how you look and how you dress and everything will be a reflection on how well you do, if you like. But I think since losing the weight, I'm much more obsessed with weighing myself now, because I haven't lost any weight at all this year since the DVD came out, because I've actually found it so difficult to maintain the weight loss and not put it back on.
That's the hardest thing, though, isn't it?
It's been so hard for me. I went away for I was 13 stone when the DVD came out, and honestly, I trained like a boxer to get, because I had the big weigh-in, because obviously you have to get weighed when you do these things. You can't say you're a certain weight and then find out you're not. So I remember going to get weighed, and Gillian McKeith was standing there like, she's never going to
terrifying.
do it. Yeah, she's terrifying. And she's got that transatlantic thing going on, you know, her accent, because she's from Perth, which is like an hour from where I live, and I'm broad Glaswegian, and she's got that transatlantic thing going on. She goes, Michelle, what have you been doing to your body? Lady, you're from Perth. Why are you talking in that accent?
Listen, the single's just for you.
Yeah.
And that's out now?
The single's out right now. You can download it. www.michelleofficial.co.uk if you want.
Fantastic.
But yeah, you know, I hope it does really well, and you know, but at the end of the day, it's been the most amazing experience making this album, and I've had such a blast. It's been great, and I suppose not a lot of people can say that, so it's been really great.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on.
It's lovely to see you. Thank you.
Well, time for a break now, but when we return, the famous Five are back. The Spice Girls' new video has just been released, and we'll be giving our opinion on their new look. Before that, though, here's who's popping by tomorrow.